Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever this podcast may find you. It is I, your typical co-host or host, Gavin. Justin isn't here today. I was just on the Camcast, on the Automag Camcast this past week, and Justin and I figured that this would be a great opportunity to have some cross-promo, some collaboration with Cam, and so this episode was recorded at Mike's house. Mike from Cam. He is the host of the Camcast. That's kind of his deal with it's Mike, Dave, and Trent Bray. And I was joined by Zach Lords, Brandon Christiansen, and it was myself. Zach runs the board there. Mike is, I guess, host A. Dave is host B. And then Trent, like myself, has kind of gone off and done his own podcast. And Brandon kind of just stops by whenever he feels like it. So, yeah, it was all of us hanging out in Mike's basement, having a good time, drinking beer and eating pizza. Or eating beer and drinking pizza. And this was a year-end wrap-up for Cam. It was the last episode for the year. They're going to take a little break for the end of the year and regroup in January. And I was invited to come down and come kick it. And, of course, I said yes. They did one whole episode podcast for the week. I believe that's kind of what they're doing now. They went from 2 back to 1. With us this week, I am taking that one episode and cutting it down into 2 pieces. So my apologies if you tune in on the second episode and not know quite where we're standing at with the podcast. Hopefully you all are already subscribed to our show, and you will kind of have an idea as to what's happening. So, yeah. So this is the first episode from the Cam. Well, I'll call these episodes the Cam Shenanigans because that's kind of a running joke that we have within this little group of ours. And, yeah, Mike and Dave are good friends of mine. So is Trent and Brandon. And it's always a pleasure to hang out and shoot the shit with them. And, yeah, it's always a good time with those guys. So please enjoy this first episode of the Cam Shenanigans on the Exhibition of Speech podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 245 of the Camcast.
Yeah! Jesus.
Rip headphone users. Jesus
Right out
Christ.
the gate. Fuck all of our audience.
Y'all dead now.
You're real hot.
How's heaven?
I am.
You're a little spicy.
Let's go there.
It's the
do that. There
THX
you
intro
go.
theme.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it is.
wonderful.
The
Yeah,
audience
anyway.
is now deaf.
Yes, the Camcast, the podcast that definitely isn't dead.
Nope.
So thank you for your concern. I survived. As you can see, Dave is alive.
I'm a little worse for wear, but I'm still kicking.
Whatever.
Yep.
We managed to not get Zach sick.
Oh.
And then
Mentally, yes. Physically, no.
then we got these 3 here that we're going to fucking get to in a goddamn minute.
Yeah, because they're not.
You're talking about me, Trent, and the shadowy billionaire? Because it's
Yeah, that
a
was all-
star-studded cast.
That was
today.
all in one sentence, too.
Yep.
The thing though is with the new format, we can't
What?
hide.
No, we can't.
No.
What do you
Well,
mean,
you
hide?
could.
Oh, am I supposed to be looking at the camera?
I mean, if
Oh
you
God,
want
he looks
to.
so creepy. Everyone stare at the audience.
Hello.
Freak them out.
Hi.
Here, I'm going to
What
do
is
it
it?
again.
What
There
is
it
this?
is.
Breaking the fourth wall?
Are we technically guests? I think we're guests.
I think we are.
You're
yes.
definitely
certainly,
You're a
yeah.
guest.
Yeah.
I'm a guest by now, for sure.
I'm a
You're a
guest.
When was
guest.
the last time I was on here?
Because I was on more recent than you, and I think I was on more recent than you.
6
Shit,
months?
It's been a while.
It's
Something
been like
that.
a year. I think it's a year.
No.
No, it's been.
No,
yeah.
I had a brief comeback.
Yeah, for a minute. You were,
Oh,
you were
okay.
back for a little bit.
A
Yeah.
hot minute.
Anyway,
Yeah.
You were
Nice.
dealing with existential crises, et cetera, et cetera.
like we all.
Exhibition of crises.
Shameless plug.
Drink.
Drink.
Existential speed.
Tourist challenge.
I'm drinking twice of that one.
oh, god damn.
When's the last time tourist challenge has been mentioned?
I don't know.
It's been several months.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'm glad I brought that back. Drink.
Thank you.
I'm on water
Anyway.
today. I'm on water.
Did you
Hams.
post the link, by the way?
Might as well.
I put it up on the Cam Facebook page, so that's there.
For all of you with a Ford Taurus,
Yep.
Drink.
Anyway.
Anywho.
I
Yeah,
am
we
dear
should
leader-
probably
Yeah,
introduce.
let's do that.
Oh, right.
I am dear leader Doc Taste, leader of men, herder of cats, order of pizza.
Yum, 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 yum.
Attaboy. And I'm joined, as always, to my right, by the one, the only, your, mine, our Uncle Radical, the professor of the ghetto arts. Oh, shit. Limousine riding, private jet flying, kiss stealing.
Maui. Professor Dave. Professor Dave.
the nature boy, Dave Raleigh.
Nature.
Come to me, my precious angel muffins.
Wow, okay. He's now a pin on a map.
Don't do that ever again, please.
I want to.
I've been a pin on the map for a long goddamn time. Thank you very much.
want to immediately adopt a kitten right now.
He's-
After hearing that.
Zach is tucked away behind his wall of screens.
Yay!
Yo!
Yep.
Yo!
It is the chairman of the board, the good Colonel Eddie Dean himself,
Yo.
hiding in his bunker.
That's
Zach Lords.
I'm posting links to Facebook.
Thank
the
you.
best you could do is yo.
He's actually like,
He can't steal Ahoy Hoy because we have the Ahoy Hoy here.
yep.
Well, don't ruin
show-
my.
Don't give it away. A spoiler alert.
Jeez.
I'm posting.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sending
would
links
say
to audience
it's
members.
theater of the mind, but people are watching.
It's,
Yes,
yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Theater
can
of the
see
eyes.
it.
Can we get a count of viewers when we get to
we're
that?
at 5 right now.
Oh, who's
We're
watching?
at 5?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hop in the chat, folks.
Why did
Yeah,
not
if you
realize
want
we
to-
were that popular?
Hop in the chat.
Anyway.
I'll have
wait.
Cam Shenanigans
1, 2,
pulled up.
3.
Oh, hey, on
Okay,
a weird,
yeah, 5
weird
makes
side
sense.
note,
I'm not
guess who I
watching.
saw
you're
this
not?
week?
Okay.
We'll
I
keep
saw
There's a lot of
Christian
people
Murphy.
talking to you.
Oh, well,
There's a
cool.
lot of people talking
We'll
right
get
now.
We already have
Okay.
What's
Holy
his name?
God. AJ?
AJ. AJ's already in. Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Miss
Can
your
I
face.
Can I finish introducing everybody?
Oh yeah.
Fuck no.
Hi AJ.
Down at the end of the
I
table.
miss your face.
Can we get a special button that mutes Zach?
Oh,
It's like a vote thing. He has to vote on it.
Jesus. Yes. Click here to mute Zach.
We have the technology.
Anyway.
Is that part of your Patreon or?
God.
Get us over
It's like
250
fan
bucks,
boost.
guys.
It's fan boost on.
And Zach just
Yes.
leaves.
Down at the end of the table, the shadowy billionaire returns of Hustle Energy. Listen to Hustle the Day podcast.
Wow.
Hey, you got a plug
Trent
in
Bray.
there. Ahoy hoy.
Damn right.
Thank you.
And then,
Salute.
yep, the original excitable child. He disappeared because he was having an existential crisis. I then followed soon thereafter.
Don't worry, I'm working on mine.
It's all right.
Hey.
From Exhibition of Speed, it's Gavin Phuket.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
The fuck's happening?
Look at that hat.
Look at it.
Look at
it.
that hat.
Look at the fucking hat.
Look at that hat.
Yep.
It's the same as my hat. It's an amazing hat.
I got a pin on it, though.
I
got the cam pin.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Step up your game, son.
And then he's finally back.
I don't know
with
what to-
Smokes from Pensacola, Florida.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's all right. You're doing it perfectly.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It is Pizza Estranged Stepfather,
Hey.
Brandon Christiansen.
Hoy, hoy. Oh, damn it. Someone already did
Already
that.
did it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hey,
You've
guys.
ruined it. You've
I
ruined it.
tried.
I love you all. It's good to be here.
I missed
It's
you.
all right.
I missed you too.
Okay.
Is that Houndstooth?
Yeah, that's a hound. It's a straight out of a 68 Camaro.
Oh, God,
Oh,
what is
boy.
the thread count on that?
It's
That
a
is glorious.
7,000.
All right. Moving on real
I
quick.
don't want to brag. Anyways,
Go ahead and find this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Lock your friends in a box truck. Throw a Bluetooth speaker in there. Blast all 245 epizodes.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yeah.
Release them upon the world.
how do you think we found Bin Laden? Anyways,
There you go.
3 edgy, 5 me.
Zing. And if you like what we're doing and you enjoy the sweet, sweet lighting and want to maybe make it better,
ooh, soft.
Ooh.
Soft
over
core.
to-
I donated the lights and then they stopped working.
I do.
so
I do appreciate
Yep.
the Christmas lights
Anyway.
for
As
sure.
of right
That
now,
wasn't me.
The lights we're using today are provided by Performance R&D.
Okay,
Hey.
cool. Good, thank you for that. But if you want to help us buy our own fucking lights, so we don't have to keep borrowing Zach's shit, head over to patreon.com/camautomag.
Just do it. Oh, there's
Any-
a button for that.
do it.
Much better.
Any
There we
dollar
go.
amount is greatly appreciated. However, $5 a month is the best bang for your buck, Angus. That gets you access to the Cam Super Secret Shenanigans Facebook group. Get you access to more of these live streams because this is the first one that you're seeing if you're not a patron. So just know that.
Yep.
Word.
We're doing one public one a month. It's just a taste.
Just
Okay.
you
A
just get
little
a
bit.
taste.
Just-
the first one's free.
Just
Yep.
a little
Just
sip.
a little tickle.
Just a little.
second
little
one's
bit.
gonna cost you your soul.
Exactly.
Did you publicly call out a patron, by the way?
Yeah, Nick
Okay.
Nangus
All
for
right.
giving us $1.
Yay!
And not
Just want to
telling
make sure we caught on to that.
and not telling me who he got that 350Z transmission from. He said it was from a Spec Z guy, but he won't tell me who.
Is he still no motor, Nick?
No rotor, Nick? No, I
Oh.
think that ship has sailed.
Oh yeah.
He bought a fucking Corvette.
He sold
Oh,
the
that's
RXA.
right. Yeah, he's 4-door vet now, right?
Oh, has it got
He
the
has,
C5?
he has a CTS-V. He
Yeah.
has a C5.
The first gen V.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
yeah.
with
Nice.
the truck hubs.
Dude,
Yeah.
those are rad. 6-speed manual, 400 horses, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, right
Thereabout.
around. E39 killer. Oh, I said it. Oh, fight me. Just kidding. Anyways.
Yep.
I'll fight you for different things.
You know
like,
I'm joking. 'cause
I know.
I'm an E39.
But I still want to flip you off.
Oh, I know. I missed it.
Yeah.
God.
That was just a
Tender.
trend deal on
Brandon,
Whatever.
I'll fight you for
All right.
insulting my
Tenders.
family.
We got to keep.
Did I do it again?
No, not this time. It's just gonna happen. You're
It
gonna
is
insult
gonna
my
happen.
family at some point.
We're taking bets on when I will insult the
39
shadow
minutes
billionaire.
in.
39 minutes
also,
in. Okay.
All right.
also, everyone, Trent needs to shut the fuck up.
Yay! No. Fuck you, Trent.
Thank
Okay,
you for
so
that. Thank you.
The two
Fuck you,
actual
Trent.
fathers
There it is.
in the room need to shut up.
Oh, sorry.
While I'm doing this.
High five.
All right. We finally have some new stuff. Hold on. Zach, are you ready to do the thing?
No.
We're just
No, you're
excited
not.
to have
Just
our
over
band
here
back
eating
together.
pretzels. You're supposed to be clicking on things.
This has gone horribly, horribly right.
I also love that your mission statement still hasn't changed.
Nope, it hasn't changed.
You're welcome.
Ain't gonna change. Brilliant. Thank you. Yep. So,
Miss those commercials.
Oh, goddamn, wrong one. This one. No, what the fuck is going on?
oh god.
Where am I supposed to be
All right.
looking?
So
I don't know.
Don't
We're
look at me.
don't look at Zach.
I'm going to take this opportunity while Zach is screwing everything up
Yes.
to present what's in the bag.
Oh. What's in the bag?
What's in the
What's
fucking
on
bag,
in
Trent?
The
Is
bag.
it Brad Pitt's wife's head?
God.
What's in
good
the
now.
box? What's in the box?
bag, Rick?
What's in the box?
All right, because the next time we all get together,
Will be
and-
2022.
well, no,
2030.
that much is true.
Yeah.
But the next time these three get together to record something,
Uh-huh.
it will be past Dear Leader's birthday.
Yes, it will be.
Roll.
Merry birthmas to you. Merry birthmas to you. Merry birthmas, dear leader. Dear leader.
Go fuck yourself now.
Yay!
That's pretty good.
So I have
Thanks
brought
for
you
doing
some
that. Yeah,
for
that's
his
Thank you.
birthday,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Go fuck yourself, Mike.
and also some cupcakes.
We said that
Oh,
with
hot damn.
Hey. You know I'm allergic to cupcakes, asshole. Just kidding. I'm sorry. That's not funny.
It's a weird move. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
And that's why I asked for the knife, not to stab anyone. It is to cut the cake.
Oh,
I
that
thought-
wasn't
I
for
thought-
Zach? That's not for Zach?
I thought that was in preparation
Nope.
for my offending your family at some point.
Well, it could be to dual purpose.
Anyway,
oh, he's flipping
Moving
the
on
bird.
now.
moving back to the agenda real
Yes.
quick.
Right.
Okay.
Peace,
Wait.
peace among worlds.
Peace among
Peace-
worlds, Rick. Peace among worlds.
Anyway,
The ramp has to go down really slow. Gets their dicks hard.
That sounds
of-
like slavery with extra steps.
Anyways.
Hey, Mike, I'm ready for this, by the way.
speaking of things that'll get your dick hard,
Whoa.
CamAutoSwag.com.
Aggressive.
Yes.
We got some new stuff in the shop.
Uh-oh.
Yup.
Buy it, please.
Yes, please do. Please. We need this.
Here's
There's
the thing.
There's a reason I'm drinking hams and not something better.
Takes a drink
Because
of
your
Pabst.
Midwestern color is showing, my friend.
That's very true. Anyway, yeah, we've got. What are you doing?
He's pointing at something.
Mike,
Your words?
He wants the cake.
Use your words.
Words is tough.
Use your
Words
words.
is tough.
Do you want
Uh,
a cupcake?
I'm going to call you Precious from now on
Jesus.
because you are just precious.
Fucking
God, man.
God.
So we've still got the same old good new and old logo hats, or sorry, the new logo hats. We've got new and old logo shirts still, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
We've got new shirts
Yes.
with a bunch of cool ass logos. You guys need to check that stuff out.
we've got something very special. The I signed the waiver T-shirt.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Featuring yours truly,
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
giving myself an ulcer.
Yeah. And then
Still haven't
the
learned
wings,
my lesson.
The
Yep.
Wings Challenge.
we also have the Fly Can-Am or Cam-Am.
Can-Am.
Can-Am.
Cam
This will remind you of a certain airline whose doors kept falling off back in the 90s and 2000s.
I remember
However,
that.
Much
our
like
doors
this
don't
podcast.
fall off.
No.
Damn
No,
right.
this podcast is going off the rails and losing doors.
It's
as
okay.
We speak.
Oh, we had doors?
We don't make it to the end of the runway.
Speaking
We failed
Good
the
point.
full throttle check.
We didn't pass inspection, but we just tried to take it off anyway.
We gave
just said
we
we're
gave it
good.
we gave it full on both paddles, and it's hit boost cut and said nope.
Have I told you about the plane crash my dad was in like the 80s?
Shut the fuck up,
Man
dude.
of many
Don't even
stories.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
let's just
I
not even
hate
go there.
So
flying.
he was in Dallas. They were taking off, and
Oh,
like,
boy.
yeah. So he was in.
Was
in
it
Texas.
TSW? Was he on a TSW airplane?
TWA?
TWA, whatever it was? I don't know.
TSW.
Is that a thing?
TSW?
I don't know.
Brandon Kuhn knows.
They're
I
manufacturing.
forget,
The wheel
uh,
company.
I forget what
watching.
airline he was on, but yeah, it was one of those where it took off and then just crashed, just all on the runway.
Took off and just decided it didn't want to take off anymore.
Basically, yeah,
Okay.
and like men were like pushing women and children out of the way and being,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
Nice.
Classy.
grabbing fur coats.
It
and
was
Nice.
the 80s, however.
Yeah.
it
I
was
mean,
the 80s.
There's the,
It was
there's
the,
the rich
80s
guy in the
Dallas,
back.
so there was a lot of
The rich guy in the
going
back
on.
trying to get to
Yeah.
the front. Oh, mi scusi, mi scusi,
Right.
mi scusi.
He's like, I gotta get to the front. I'm so focused right now.
just
Anyway.
some dude in the back. You're like, I have a child.
We should open a bar.
You're actually more likely to survive when you sit at the back of the airplane.
Yep.
Fact. Anyways.
Fact, Cam should get a Cam koozie.
Oh, Brandon. Good idea. Hi, Brandon. He's
Okay.
watching right now, by the way.
Cool.
So speaking of Brandon, let's talk about Star Wars and how we can ruin. I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
sorry. That's not.
we need to mention the
Wow.
people in the up over there
Where's that?
on the screen. Steady Broke Clothing.
Oh,
our other
I
sponsor.
see what you did there.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You're wearing the
shit.
Depresso.
He's rocking the
shit.
Depresso.
Depresso all day, every day, son.
Look at him go. Depressed as shit, but he's down here with us.
And styling like a mother effer.
Yep.
Down in the trenches looking damn fine.
Thanks, boys.
Damn, son.
Zach,
Damn.
do you want to bring up the Steady Broke thing?
Do we have a link for that?
It's in the. Isn't there a tile over in OBS?
We're in danger.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's the thing.
God.
I'm on fire.
I thought there was a link. I'm sorry.
No, there's
So check
not.
it out, guys. SteadyBroke.com. They're steady.broke on all the social medias. Go check out their website. Go look at all of their amazingly priced, high-quality gear. Like the Depresso T-shirt that pretty much all of us have.
Yeah,
I love mine. Gavin, you love yours.
I'm wearing it right now.
Of course.
Literally.
I'm
Right,
a big
it's-
fan
it's
of the Broke
amazing.
State University.
Yes.
Yes.
Broke
That's-
State universities are great. Get you guys a whole bunch of this awesome stuff. Put it in your cart, and then type in CamAuto15 in the coupon code. That gives you 15% off the whole order.
Hell yeah.
Hot
Just
damn.
because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams.
Steady Broke.
.com.
Yep. All right.
Fantastic.
Okay. I'm afraid if we do too much catching up, we're not going to get into anything else.
Well,
So
think about
We could
something?
cut some of the news. It's off season. Who
Yeah,
cares? Who
nobody
gives a
gives-
shit?
I want
We
to talk
could-
about a thing.
we can literally blow through this news.
There's
rather quickly.
literally no racing going on
I mean,
of
no.
any sort that was worth mentioning.
Hey, Formula E, bitch.
Fuck Formula E, dude. I will watch Formula Traxxas before I watch Formula E.
Hey, man.
If I'm going to watch electric cars race, I'm going to watch real drivers driving Traxxas.
Hey, man. Formula.
Fuck you, Formula
Or
E.
John Deere.
But let me
Formula
tell you
E.
how I really feel.
Formula E. You mean the newest FIA World Championship?
Oh, bandwagon. Here we go.
Hey, man. It is official.
The International Appliance Racing League? Is that what it is? That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, man,
I just
it's-
can't wait for them to go autonomous. You know they're going to do that.
Hey, man. Joins F1, the WC, the WRC, and World Rallycross as an official FIA World Championship.
Who made the FIA like god of all
My
racing?
money,
I don't know. The Europeans.
That's a bad idea.
my money, 2025, Cuisinart joins the realm.
I don't know.
Calling it now.
We should sponsor that. We should
Blend,
sponsor it.
Blend Tech will have
Blend Tech.
a horse in the race.
Yes.
Tempting.
What about
They'll do it.
oyster?
Go ahead.
Yeah, probably.
Oysters in there?
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere?
Don't
I-
even get me started on that.
I did something.
Okay, hold on. Before
The
you do that, I just want to
Osterizer.
say this real quick.
Okay.
My mom says hello and Merry Christmas to all of you.
Love dear
thank
leader
you,
mom.
Sandy.
That even
Love you,
means to
Sandy.
you guys.
Dear leader mom, I love you.
Saint Sandy.
It's been forever.
Boop, boop.
I hope
And
you're all-
Jeff,
I
your
hope you're
dad.
good. Hi,
I know
Jeff.
he's watching, listening, whatever it is.
Dear
he does.
leader
I,
dad.
I think he's actually on a Skype call with some business folks, so I don't think he's.
Oh, nice. Let's interrupt.
Anyway, no.
Let's interrupt.
Anyway, okay, Zach, what is this thing you were dying to fucking talk about?
Wait,
Two
whoa, whoa.
things. The first one is we're at 10 viewers.
Hot damn!
Yay!
Yay!
It's a new
10.
record.
Hey.
Is that a record?
I don't know. I think it's, now it's down to 10. Why do we say anything? Shit. Now it's down to 10.
digits.
Wait, how can it be somehow up to and also down to 10?
Well, it went up to 10, and then as soon as I said it went down to 10.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't either. Well, hey, I did something.
Okay.
Words is tough.
I've already talked about this to most of the people in
Words
here.
is tough.
Words is tough.
Words
are
is in
hard.
fact
You know, they
tough.
say it don't do what it do.
I don't think it'd be like it is, but it do.
It in
Any
fact
things to
do.
throw at Brandon.
Stop. You need something heavier.
Anyways,
Brandon,
is there
I
an
missed
agenda?
I can't tell.
Do we have shit to talk about here?
Okay,
yeah.
God, get your fucking story out.
Because I
Zach.
have gifts.
God,
is
they
this
don't-
the time for gifts or no?
Let-
They don't
Zach-
think it'd be like it
Zach,
is.
can you tell your story rather quickly?
I can try to. Hey, guys, I did a thing.
What'd you do?
Uh-oh.
I've been driving a 911, and I really want one now.
Okay,
See,
cool.
now you get it.
Join
now
the
you
club.
get it.
Now you get it.
I,
Join the
I
club.
messaged Mike the day it happened, and I was like, "Oh shit, I actually get this now."
There are people that drive 911s and don't like them.
No, I just kind of
No,
made fun of people who
that
drive
doesn't
them because
exist.
like as Claire says, they're meatloaf. But now
Wait,
I drove
what about
one-
Meatloaf?
Oh,
Are we
well-
talking about the food or the band?
Well,
The
CT
singer.
or the singer?
CT has a refined palate. Plus, he has also access to the world's greatest
Yeah.
cars ever made.
Anyway.
But none
that's
of us do. So.
Yeah, that's fair
All
enough.
right.
Yeah, don't
Be
listen to
realistic.
Clarence.
Okay, you know what? I'm done telling my story. I guess that was my
So
cool story.
that you drove a 911, a 996. You love it. You want one.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
at them in February.
What about it did you enjoy and did you like?
Was it the IMS blowing up? I'm just kidding. I had to do
Can we
it.
just mute him?
Can you have that power?
Yeah, but I'm gonna repeat. Right. I like that AI fit in it, which is a major criteria for me. There are many cars I don't fit in that will never be on my list.
Right.
Miatas and
Yeah, Elises
S2000s.
and S2000s are close.
Right.
they're
Actually, I fit better.
they're cozy.
I fit better in Solstices, like Pontiac Solstices.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
but
see
you
that.
can't buy
Those are
those.
Americans, so
No, they're,
duh.
no, they're Opals.
Well, they're
baby.
they're European.
Yeah, but
they're
meh.
still gross.
Yeah.
But they're awesome. But they're
but
gross.
that's beside the point.
You're dead to me.
You get a Saturn, the sky. Yeah, that's hot.
It's refined. Like it's nice. Like I'm used to driving cars that like
Shit
I
boxes.
have to like put every time I start it to like jiggle something.
Oh my
and this I
gosh.
just have to like
do
turn
you-
the key. Turn the key.
on the with your left hand.
left
Oh,
hand.
I do it
Good
every
call.
single
Look
time.
at that. Good
It's,
catch.
it's always this try. But it's nice. It's refined.
As a
It-
lefty, I really appreciate the key location.
Right. Well, and as racing fans with Le Mans and that stuff.
Yep. Damn it. Little things.
But
That
yeah,
thing.
no, I just like how it feels, how it handles. Like it's the best handling car I've ever driven by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you complaining about how you look on camera?
Yeah, my
Brandon?
gut is huge.
Look at me.
Oh,
When did that happen?
I totally misinterpreted what you're saying. I thought
No.
you were motioning that you sat on your nuts.
No, my gut. I said my gut. My gut is huge.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
did, I
Brandon.
did not
My nuts
catch
are
that.
huge.
That's why I wore black.
My gut's
It's a
huge. I
slimming
didn't-
color.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Spanx.
Attaboy.
So
Anyways,
I
911.
may be in the market for like an early 996 with
Just
some
remember-
medium miles.
Remember, Zachary. Just because it's a $17,000 car now doesn't mean it's going to
that's fine.
be
Yeah.
a $17,000
Yeah.
car to run and operate.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
A lot of the maintenance I think I can do myself.
Correct.
There are things that I know
Okay.
that I will have to pay a certified mechanic to maintain. But
Insert Wofford's European car here.
Here's the thing. Here, basically,
go.
what
Yeah.
I've got from this entire thing is you made a Subaru make Porsche noises, and now you just want the rest of the Porsche.
Well, then he drove
side-
a Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, so the funny thing is,
basically.
there was some spirited driving on some highways involving my Subaru and this 911.
Uh-oh.
And I was very surprised on how well my Subaru kept up to this 911. Like, as soon as we hit 65, the game's over for me. Up to about 65, I'm within the race, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. And then he cuts 4 lanes over, and I'm having to manage body roll as I cut
I mean, it's
across
not a
the-
straight line
scraping
car. It's not a
mirror.
power car.
No.
It's,
It's an everything car.
it's
Yep.
an everything car.
It does everything. It does, and it
my last
hauls.
thing is, can I get another cupcake?
No, you're done.
He can
You're
have
done.
He can have
That was
another-
it. That was the last of you.
It happened.
Wow.
Oh no, now I'm back. Okay,
He can have
Here, you
another
can have a cupcake.
All right. Well,
What's
there we
that?
go. Okay, Brandon, you mentioned presents.
Oh yeah, because Crimbo's coming up. Crimbus.
Marie-
Oh, I thought you had it. Ooh, I almost dropped it on the soundboard. No, you almost dropped it.
That would have been very bad.
Was I supposed to hold it? I didn't know I was supposed to hold it. I thought you were taking the
You've
whole
gone
thing.
horribly, horribly wrong.
Well, that's really expecting the world right there,
Wow.
buddy. I'm not gonna hold it for you. Fuck
I
you.
don't-
Anyways,
I don't even know
okay.
what to do right now.
So anyways,
Krampus,
So
yes.
Krampus is coming up. Krampus.
Yes.
Krampus.
Yes.
Merry Krampus. Sorry
Merry-
for everybody's watching.
Marie Crimbo.
When I see you next, I'll give you your gifts.
Merry
but this
Chrysler.
This is for the family. So we're going to start. I wanted to channel one of the greatest influences in our world from 1999 and beyond, and really just kind of segment it to each one of you as I saw these and thought of you,
Did you each get
and it reminded me of you. So I'm going to share that with you guys now. Is he still dying? That he almost. That was your fault, dude. I didn't know.
No, the cupcake fell apart in his hands.
Oh, good. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start with the dear leader because he arranged this whole shit show, and
I'm
of course
regretting it
I had to
instantly.
get this.
And what a show it is.
And so for you, dear leader, because you had Rhonda, you're a Supra at heart.
Supra?
But you're
Little
also
Supra?
you're also the face of this show. You're also the face. You're the Brian Spillner.
Somehow.
I owe you a
am-
10-second
Yeah,
car.
so you
There we
get
go.
you get the Brian Hero Supra from
You,
Fast
you
and
can't
Furious
see
1.
it, but
Yeah.
there it is. All right.
Okay, next up.
Yeah,
next
she'll be
up.
on display proudly on this
Okay,
table.
Dave, this one's for you. I saw this and it was immediately thought of you because you know the supercharger on this was actually off of some Shelby 80s car. Actually, it's Dom's Charger. This is you written all over it because you know he built that using like 9 different manufacturers, just like you would. So.
Yeah.
yeah,
Man,
of
Can
course.
we,
Yeah.
can we get you a Corona and have you just talk about family?
Okay.
You can have any beer you like as long as it's a Corona.
Okay, and I saw this car, and of course I thought of the shadowy billionaire because.
Oh, don't give me. Don't
No,
give me
don't even
Suki's
worry
car.
about it, dude. You don't even need to worry about it. Here's your car. Hand that down to him. because oh no, wait, what is it?
Oh.
And turn and it is.
Oh,
enjoy
my.
I
it.
already know what it
It
is.
is. It's 100% just like yours.
now and then I get a little.
It's got Suki's S2000.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Had to have that for you.
Is it because I used to have this wing on the back of my S2000?
You took it off?
I did.
I thought
Yeah.
you took. I thought
Did
you
you
left
know?
it on.
Did you know this was hand delivered by RJ DeVera, the wing?
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
To the body shop to put it on my
I
car.
did not see. Now you have
Yeah.
a tie to that model that you will proudly display on your desk.
Here we go.
Or something.
No.
Coffee
Yes.
table, living room.
Okay, Gavin, you were
Mantle.
hard.
Closet.
You were hard because there haven't really ever been a Porsche in the Fast and Furious.
You are correct,
franchise.
yes.
And they didn't have the Aston Martin. They didn't have the Mark III Jetta, or else I totally would have got
So,
that.
wait,
one.
But hey,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
wait,
that'd
you
be
know,
cool.
a Porsche killed
What?
Paul Walker though.
Yeah.
Aha! So, Gavin, you're getting a bloody spot on some asphalt.
I think he.
Congratulations.
There's a tree
Some
that, says
some
that says
burnt
Gavin was
asphalt.
here.
I'm
telephone
going to make
pole.
a prediction. The Too Fast, Too Furious Eclipse, because it just embodies him.
Oh no, close. But no, it's more along the lines of like Gavin. If you follow him on Instagram, go ahead and do a shameless plug right now.
GP.media for my photos.
Yep, do that. Follow him there. He's been
Yep.
shooting a lot of modern cars recently. So amazing
stuff.
cars.
Okay.
And so I thought this would fit your kind of genre of cars that you shoot. It's Brian's R35
Oh,
GTR
hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
with the wide body.
Nice.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And then Zach, because I think
Best for
you're
last?
a giant wanker.
They don't have Subaru legacies
Because
in
I-
Fast and Furious.
No, but they have a wankle, and you get the RX-7 right there. Just kidding. I don't think you're a wankle.
good play on
this,
words.
This
He
works
thinks
for
you're a
my
wanker,
shop
though.
because all we for performance R&D,
Uh-oh.
all we do is rotary engines.
Oh, there you go.
even
right.
better.
And now you have freaking Dom's FD right there.
Wonderful.
So there it is.
There we
Happy
go.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I
Thank
love
you.
you guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Merry
I love
Thank
you.
you,
Christmas.
Dad.
We should get a photo of all these stacked together.
And all your listeners,
We'll do that.
someday when we meet in the summer, when we do an event or something, I'll have gifts for you as well.
Yes, there we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Your presence is already.
Oh,
So
shut the fuck up.
Your presence is the present.
So I have presents for both Dave and Gavin.
Oh.
I
But I'm
forgot
not cool
them.
enough to have
Well,
them
that's
here.
really awkward to call out in front of Trent.
Yeah.
So
Give me that FD back, you son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I didn't want to see you again. I didn't see what I was. This was. I found both these in Vegas. Remind me next time I see me, and I'll bring them to you.
I will definitely forget.
That is really pertinent to the
This
podcast.
is,
so
that
thank
is
you for
really
sharing that.
amazing.
Yeah, that's really
anyway, before we dive into the news, I just want to say shout out to Blaze Potts.
Also, thank you to Dear Leader for giving
Oh, yeah.
me a gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Luchadora. The
Yep.
Luchador.
I thought about wearing
Luchador
mine
mask.
today.
I was
I thought
really,
it-
I put it on Saturday. I won't tell you why.
we know why.
We know exactly
It was
why.
the only thing I was wearing. And
Well,
I
yeah.
wasn't at home, and I don't remember how I got there.
Watching Lucha Saturdays. All right, I like it.
Anyway,
Is this why
So
you
we get
can't go
down.
next to the playgrounds anymore?
correct?
Okay.
Anyway, shout out to Blaze for taking Best in Vegas, the mini comp at Import Face Off in Vegas.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, it was
and
good
his-
shit. In the new livery in the FC.
That orange and pink FC now.
Way to represent.
Yeah.
Love it.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Hot.
Power is coming next because 2020. It's Formula D for him.
Oh,
Yep.
sick.
Going
yeah.
Pro 2. So there we
The
go.
FC, huh?
Yeah.
Flip ups.
Yeah.
Tasty.
It is. It's quite the tasty little vehicle. Anyway, we have some news that we're probably going to blow through because we've been doing this for I don't know how long.
No,
Sorry.
we got like 48 minutes.
Oh, shit,
to,
yeah.
to like the hour and 10 mark.
All right.
I thought the plan was to do a 2-hour episode
I mean, we can.
with like the what we're thankful for. And
It's a
I mean,
year-end
all that.
bash.
I mean, we can.
That's what-
We could definitely do that.
How
It's
often
not
do
every
we get
Jamboree
day
this
we
crew
get
together?
us
Yeah.
three to get in here. You
That's
know?
true.
All right.
Yeah, high five. I thought you were going to be
Well, I also,
on TV
I also
with some
feel
very
like we're
bad
going to need to
news.
just like clear some time for that
right.
because seeing as how long it took us to just kind of get through this little bit of podcast.
We're just so excited to be back together, all right?
No.
And I can't shut up.
We're
I'm
all
sorry.
the excitable children
Yeah,
right
we
now.
are. We are.
So
Anyway,
we're
news time.
we're starting
We're starting at the top, baby.
here
Blow through it.
here in the wonderful country of America. We love our Cadillacs.
America.
Do we not?
Sort of.
We used to
We
love
used
them
to.
more.
Yeah.
You're
Despite
right.
our
So
best
You're
the
efforts.
right.
baby boomers love them.
You're right. Once they stopped giving them amazing names and just started just alphabet souping the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Trying to be the Germans.
I want a muscatel broham. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, don't
Thank you.
worry.
Broham spelled incorrectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So good news then. On that note, they are ditching the alphabet soup nomenclature.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Finally.
they're going to like real names now, like
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to end with EV.
because they are ditching internal combustion.
Oh.
Bandwagon, but I do like it.
Yep. Let's see. GM is using Cadillac to lead its electrification efforts, which include 20 new all-electric vehicles globally by 2023.
Wow.
And by 2030, hold on, let me find his full fucking name.
That's only 3 years away. That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cadillac President Steve Carlisle says the majority, if not all Cadillacs sold, will be battery electric. So there you go.
It's the future. Jay
When
Leno
they
called
say
it.
battery electric, are they meaning electric purely or hybrids?
I think they would have the word hybrid in there if it was going to be. I
Well,
think it's
there was a quote there that was on the page you just closed, but that said, "We're entering the decade as an internal combustion engine company. We will be exiting as a battery electric company,
Interesting.
Yeah, so they're going.
Interesting.
as a battery electric brand." Excuse me.
Actually, you know what? I changed
It's
my
the
mind.
end of the ice age for Cadillac.
Yep.
I'm for it, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm for the electrification of a lot of things, assuming we can figure out the resource side of it.
The battery
that's-
and the
Well,
recharge.
yeah.
We need to get the
Yeah.
infrastructure and the batteries
Yep.
technology. We need to catch
Yep.
that up. Then we'll be there.
Bring me a resource satellite. Just
I mean,
so I can
imagine
drop it on
being-
Scotland later.
Imagine being in,
That's a joke for
downtown
one
Manhattan
person.
in the summertime. Everyone's running their AC, and people are all trying to charge as well at the same time.
You thought LA had brownouts.
Yep.
I mean, the same problem in LA too.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Do
Or
they call
Vegas.
that a code brown? Sorry, that's not funny.
You're not funny.
I just did a code brown. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate that, asshole.
Holy
You're not
shit.
funny.
Oh, I also like how I can only see your eyes. It's like that movie with the guy with the fence. I only see
Oh, yeah, that's
You mean
the
the
TV show?
yeah.
Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyways.
Anyway.
Howdy ho, neighborino.
Yeah, just your eyes too. Yeah.
Real quick on Cadillac, it's not on the agenda, but I just saw the new Escalade they're announcing here
Oh, yeah.
like next,
yeah.
next month.
Yeah.
38-inch screen.
Wow, for the
What?
dash.
Yes,
yeah.
the dash. It goes from the speedometer to the infotainment center, one big screen, 38 inches.
Well, here's the thing. That's not too unheard
That's
of,
like the TV.
considering
Well,
looking at what the ultra wide screens in the gaming world.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
You know,
that's
that
a
are available.
34.
But it's the entire binnacle, really, is
Right,
what it is.
exactly,
Into the
exactly.
center
That's
stack.
wild.
Exactly. I
though.
think that's
Yeah.
great. I think that's
yeah,
great.
it's going to be an OLED display too, so it's
nice.
going to be
Fancy.
sharp.
So I'm going to watch 4K TV while I'm driving.
Well, yeah, because it'll be driving for you.
Yeah, exactly. By that point.
Driving
Yeah, that's
for
true.
you.
Good point.
Give me that 4K Pinot, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, they can see us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Driving.
There we
Read
go.
my
Outta here.
lips.
Unless you're listening to this.
Yeah.
So internal
It's
combustion's
only
dead.
live now.
Internal combustion's dead on Cadillac's front, and print is dead.
Print's been dead for
Oh,
a while,
yeah.
I read this art. It's
but
sad.
the Enthusiast
It is.
Network, publishers of things like Motor Trend, Hot Rod, Four Wheeler, Super Street, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yep.
They've killed off all but 3 publications.
So they killed
Is
off
it,
how
is
many?
it those three?
Yeah,
Motor Trend, Hot Rod, and Four Wheeler are the only 3 that will remain.
They're killing off
So-
19.
Yep, 19
Oh, interesting.
publications.
19.
Are
So
dead.
there's editors and writers for 19 publications that are now like, oh shit, I should have started a
So
blog.
here's the full list of things that have been
Yeah.
discontinued: 4-wheel and off-road, automobile,
Carcraft.
Chevrolet, Chevy High Performance, Classic Trucks, Diesel Power, Hot Rod Deluxe, JP, Lowrider,
Lowrider?
Mopar Muscle Car Review, Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords, Mustang Monthly, Street Rodder, Super Chevy, Super Street, Truck Trend, Truckin', and Vet.
Okay, boomer.
Wow.
Well, Super Street though.
That
That's
was
a really
ju-
good point, though.
That was just
Yeah.
like the boomer readout.
Yeah, and then like
Now here's the thing. I knew that the diesel power one was coming just because of where I work. Because we have
and the way the world is changing.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we have just placards and frames all over the shop and all over the waiting room, all over the offices of articles that our trucks and our shop has been in. You know, it's all over the place from the last 15 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, now it's
So-
going the way of the dodo.
yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently these things will still exist in a digital manner.
They say this, but look,
Yeah, but it's like you're.
they said the
it's-
same thing about
it's-
Eurotuner when they killed that off about 8 years ago.
Like, it's
and
just
it
Said
gonna
the same thing about Sport Compact
it has
car.
been
It's just-
gone for 8 years.
Yeah, like it's just going to get lost in the fold, and then it's just going to become like nothing.
I actually emailed who owns Eurotuner. I can't remember who owns the. Anyways, I emailed them to offer a purchase of the the brand.
Attaboy.
Never
Wow.
heard back.
Of
So
course.
that's
I wonder.
unfortunate. You know,
Anyway, so yep. Rip. Reading. It was nice knowing you.
man, it's just
Press F to pay respects.
crazy.
Hey, you know what? You were talking about
F.
Formula Traxxas.
Yes.
I'll do you one better.
Uh oh.
Tiny electric Jeep.
Yes.
Yes.
Not made by Barbie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In.
But I want to start a Barbie racing Jeep.
I'm
now.
in.
Also in.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
We're not going to say no.
Absolutely. So, ultra compact utility vehicle.
Hell.
Yes. So apparently,
AutoExpress.co.uk really values our privacy to
Well,
the point of an unclickable pop-up.
They're GDPR compliant. That's all that means.
Thank
Got
God. And fucking how.
Yeah.
Still
Holy
broken for me.
shit.
So this is going to be a little bit smaller than the Renegade.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to sit below the Renegade, and it's going to be about the size of a Suzuki Jimny.
yes.
Oh, wow.
For those of
I
you
am
that
so
don't
for this.
know, that is slightly smaller than a Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Smaller.
for this.
Wow, tiny.
Yeah.
There's
Small.
no photos in any of these.
Small boy.
Well, no, this
Small
is just
bean.
like talking.
So this is Tesla Vaporware is what this is. Oh wait, no, what's the vaporware company that I loved to make fun of back in the day?
Tesla?
No,
No.
it was a local yokel.
Oh.
thing.
Well,
Vanderbilt.
Ilya?
Here?
What?
local is
Elio?
Nicola.
No, it was.
talking about
Elio.
Vanderbilt?
No, it wasn't
No,
Elio.
not Vanderhall. It was
Elio?
always-
Elio.
Yeah, Elio.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought there was another one.
That's
That
not
was
Oh,
a
no.
local one.
Okay, no. Yeah.
the Edison one,
Local
whatever it
threw
was.
me off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Local is Nicola.
Yeah.
And then what's the one I always made fun of? I can't even think of it. They haven't been relevant lately.
I don't
Yeah.
know, club card?
The Faraday Future.
Well, they're local to Nevada. They're not local to us.
Anyway.
Appropriate sound for that.
Yeah,
Let's
correct.
see. Marco Pagozzi, Jeep's European head of brand marketing, said it would offer plenty of day-to-day practicality without compromising the brand's renowned off-road capability. This is a small, all-electric Jeep. That seems delightful.
Here's the problem I see. So what's the range on that thing?
I don't know, but it's probably
Projected like 200?
I mean, this is just like a thing because remember, FCA is merging with Peugeot PSA.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, they
So-
are?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's news to
That's
me.
just- yeah,
Whoops.
France backed it today
Holy
because France
shit.
owns
Wow.
12% of PSA. So
Wow.
yeah, so this is really
I imagine it's going to be Peugeot based.
yeah, it probably will be. So like yeah.
Probably part of their CMP. What is it?
The
Common
Common
Modular
Modular-
Platform.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so things like there's an electric 208, an all-electric Vauxhall Corsa, an all-electric DS3 Crossback. So this is probably going to be something similar,
Right.
but a Jeep.
So here's the thing. What happens when you're on Lion's Back in Moab?
No one's going to take this on Lions back.
Well, okay,
this won't even
here's-
see
Or
dirt.
baby Lion's Back?
Here's
This won't.
here's the
little
thing, though.
Moab. A little Moab.
The
Now, here's the
Angelica
thing.
will do lines back, no problem. I bet that-
Yeah, I haven't finished. What happens when you're mid-trail, right? And you
see
run
where
out
you're
of
going.
juice?
Well,
Hand me
here's
the
the thing. What
Hand me the power bank, my friend.
the same thing
Yeah.
would happen if you showed up to run Lions back with a quarter tank and expected to be up there all day.
That's
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
I mean, you got to think.
I mean, would this have like a modular like power bank or a battery or something?
I would imagine that this thing's going to have a solar panel somewhere on it.
No,
you
that
would
can
be
only do so
dumb
much,
not
though.
to.
Well,
No.
You can only do so much.
It's going to be. It's not even off roader. It's a crossover soft roader that won't even
Oh,
touch
really?
dirt. It's
Probably.
not. No.
Yeah.
Look at everything else they're
It's-
making.
I mean,
I
it's
bet
designed to
plenty of
take
people will
Susan-
take this to Moab.
No,
I bet
this
They'll
is designed
lift
for
it and put knobby tires.
No, I
oh,
bet-
I'm here for that thing in
I bet,
Moab.
I bet
Oh, yeah, for
plenty
oh
sure.
of,
God,
plenty of journalists will take it to Moab, but I bet not a
Yeah.
single owner will take
plenty
it to
of
Moab.
journalists.
I don't know,
as
man.
us.
Think of all the Jeep purists. They're not like, I'm not going to buy that shit. It's a Peugeot. I'm not going to buy a Jeep.
What
made by
about the person
French?
that's been like
All-
into Jeeps since like the 70s,
Here-
and they're like,
here's
let's
the
try
thing.
this new
Well,
technology?
okay.
I
What
have
this
I
guy's
have
gonna
talked
do-
I can see
to-
that happening.
I have talked to
That person has it's a Jeep thing stickered on the back of their truck.
Hey, what this car is going to do is it's going to take Susan and the dog to the lake.
Correct.
Once every 2
I'm not
months.
saying that's not going to happen and that won't be the majority. I'm just questioning because it's a Jeep.
I get it.
It should be trail rated in theory.
I
Well-
remember when the Cherokee, the Fiatiki, as Brandon Kuhn calls
Yeah.
it. I remember when that came out, and all the Jeep purists were starting to talk shit, and then people started coming out with lift kits and skid plates.
Of course, yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. And now those exact... I can think of 5 people that I know personally who were diehard Cherokee and Wrangler guys that now own either a trail... like the
The new Cherokee.
yeah, like a Trailhawk Cherokee
Yeah.
or a Renegade.
Oh, there we go.
I love the electrification of this because that's what I would want off road. The torque. It's like that's
The
what you
instant
want
torque,
is
yeah,
the
and
instant
that low
torque
range.
and that controllability.
Yeah.
I would want that.
On the kind of traction control that
Yeah.
you can enable when you have everything's being analyzed so
Yeah.
many thousands of times a second.
Right,
And you
exactly.
can stop wheels and spin them backwards in like weird ways, and
But when they say this is going to be smaller, the same size as a Jimny, that's
that
that's
doesn't seem feasible.
That's not-
If a
it's gonna
Jimny
be-
was made in 2020,
it's going to be the new Defender.
Well,
It's going to be
there's-
just like the new Defender, which has capability, but no one will ever
which
use
also
it.
looks sick, by the way.
I do like
perhaps.
it. I do like
Yeah.
it. And I hope that Ford doesn't botch the Bronco like that, but we'll see what happens.
We'll
there.
see.
They will.
Well,
We will see.
They probably will.
I mean,
Well-
Jeep is saying
Speaking
Yep.
Oh,
of
speaking of electrification.
Of-
Okay, let's just step over everybody's transition
somebody,
all at
yeah,
once.
yeah.
yeah, someone did it.
Okay, I'm going to count to 3, and then we're all going to say our transition, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Jeep
I
aiming to
hate
be
a
the
lot of
greatest
you.
SUV brand by 2022.
Vagina.
Perfect.
wow,
I
okay.
screwed up my own.
It's all right.
Don't need anybody's help.
Yes, Christian Munir, he is the Jeep global president. He was talking to a bunch of Australian journalists at the launch of the 2020 Gladiator in New Zealand. He's saying that Jeep is going to be aiming to become the greenest SUV brand in the world by 2022, and that everything will be having either a hybrid or a full electric drivetrain.
I have a prediction. Given this trend and this motivation, and I love where it's going. Again, I think it's a great direction to go into. GM brings back Hummer as an all-electric SUV.
They should.
Plus, it makes sense.
We've talked about
That'd be
this.
Because all these electric
Wild.
cars, listen, all these electric cars, the sound they make, it's a hum.
Here's
It's a Hummer. It's
Here's
humming.
the thing.
Hey,
It's a
Brandon,
humming
They actually
Hummer.
have to make them
Brandon,
not shit
dad joke.
boxes, because if you don't have an
Oh, okay,
engine, then
sorry.
you'll be
Thank you.
able to hear all the rattles.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Well, hey, speaking of other horrifying things, aside from Brandon's jokes.
Hold on. Real quick about the
Oh,
Jeep
Jesus.
though.
Oh boy.
We're trying to
So
move on.
what is really unreliable about Jeep vehicles right now?
Everything.
Pretty much the motor.
Okay.
So
Right.
get rid of the motor. It becomes more reliable.
There you go.
So it's a good thing.
But the same person's building an electric motor.
It's like one
Yep.
moving part. It's fine.
I have a feeling it's going to have a
part. How could you screw this up?
fucking job.
You had one job
it's going to have a General Electric stamp on it somewhere.
and a UAW stamp on it as well. So that's going to delay.
It's going to come
production.
with a beer can in one of the windings.
Yeah, and a cigarette and a cigarette butt.
All
Pack
the
of
magnets are
Parliaments.
spinning.
Yeah.
That's where I left those.
Yeah, just go
Anyway.
to Pensacola. They got a good selection there.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, hey. So in more horrifying news,
Uh-oh.
let's see. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas says that if Chevy were to spin off Corvette as a sub brand, it could be worth anywhere from
Okay.
between $7 and $12 billion.
Initially.
Who-
Yes.
And then it
somebody
goes.
It doesn't
somebody
matter.
in our
All that
circle
matters
was
about that
mentioning
initial-
something about this
We talked about this last time we were here, and we got really angry at everybody.
when we were talking about the Mustang
Oh, the Mustang
As an E
name
brand.
SUV.
being
Well,
a branch.
Are we going to rehash this again?
Well, I just want to throw.
like.
Well, so I just want to throw this out there because I found it interesting. Because a lot of people are saying that, hey, Chevy, why don't you just spin off Corvette as its own thing, and why don't you also start making SUVs out of it? And before anybody says anything, Bob Lutz wanted to spin Corvette off as its own brand and pull a Porsche and start making high-performance SUVs badged as Corvettes.
Yeah.
When
Interesting.
was this?
This was when Bob Lutz was running GM, so
Like
it's been a
10 years
minute.
ago.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
A
Yeah.
while.
So I found it interesting. I'm just throwing that out there
It would
as
make
a thing.
It would make more sense to have Corvette be their sports car brand, like their offshoot. If you kept a front engine version, if you had a mid engine version, then you have like the ZR1 and like the Z06, like all that stuff. You had like the little variants, and then hey, like come out with like a $30,000 fun sports car that would be BRZ Miata competitor or something
Yeah.
like that.
That
Well, I think they'll just do what they always do and follow Ford. Like Ford is
course,
forging the path with the Mustang E, whatever they're calling it. And it's
The paper
a
mache.
small SUV. Chevy's going to do
I
the
know
same
what
thing.
they're doing.
But they're also chasing the money, and we know that there's money in this because when Luca Di Monazzemolo was the CEO of Ferrari.
That's right. Who was that?
Luca Di Monazzemolo, something like that.
Okay.
He was the old CEO of Ferrari. He
Bless
said
you.
he said they will never
Rich Hargitay.
they will never build an SUV. Ferrari will never build an SUV. He's no longer the CEO.
Right.
Ferrari is publicly traded. They're still mainly owned by the Magneti Morelli family. And they are going to build an SUV. So if
Okay.
Ferrari's going to
All
build
right.
an SUV, everybody's going to build an SUV.
Plot twist.
Wait.
Camaro is the brand.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Let's revive a name. Chevette. Let's do it.
I would like to change my answer. Yes.
do it.
Fantastic. Bring it
Done.
back.
That's
And
the best
done.
idea I've ever heard from you, Trent.
Thank
That's
you.
actually, that would
Thank
work
you.
really well because
I
it would be a
would buy-
smaller SUV.
I would buy a 2022 Chevette Scoot.
Scoot.
Yes.
Scoot.
Yes.
Does it have a scoot button on it?
But it has the E in front of it. E-Scoot. The Chevette E-Scoot. Or the
Scooty.
Chevette E-Scoot.
No, it'll just be the Scoot.
Chevette.
And then I could just put
The Chevette
E-Puff
Scooty.
Jr.
Scooty.
Scooty
Puff-
Scooty
the
Puff
Scooty.
Jr.
Scooty Scoot.
Jr. sucks.
Scooty Puff.
You
Senior
heard it
or
here
Colonel,
first.
Colonel Scooty Puff.
I think you're right, Shadowy Billionaire. That needs to
Thank
happen.
you. Thank
It is.
you. You can send money to my Venmo just because.
I thought you meant send letters to GM to get them to buy into this. But yeah, send money to you as
Also
well.
that.
Yeah, that works too.
There's no segue. Just send me money.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Just send us money. Just
I'm
figure it
no
out.
longer a billionaire, so let's bring that back.
yeah,
up.
yeah.
You're
let's
just a
bring it back.
millionaire.
Just
Yeah.
several hundred million.
Did you get into auto racing?
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, you
No.
have cocaine? Anyways.
damn. Anyway,
Got ourselves a regular John Z. DeLorean over here.
I know.
Fuck.
man. A little bit of a serious note. Today, Bill Simpson, safety pioneer, passed away. He had a massive stroke on Friday and finally kicked the bucket today. Yeah, Bill Simpson is responsible for a lot of the safety that you see in a lot of racing. He was the first guy to say, "Hey, why don't we put a parachute on the back of a dragster?"
Wow.
That's cool.
That was him. But the big thing that made him was Nomex fire retardant race suits.
Yeah.
Because at the time, in the Racer article, they talked to Don Garlitz, and he was just like, "Yeah, we just fucking race in t-shirts, jeans, and a leather jacket."
Wow.
You know. So he came along in the 60s with these Nomex fire suits, and a lot of people were dying in the 60s, and suddenly people stopped dying as much.
I've
That's
worn
good.
some Simpson gear in my
Yeah.
day, so
Yep.
Yeah.
He also sued NASCAR after the death of Dale Earnhardt Sr. because NASCAR blamed him for Sr.'s death,
Wow.
saying that it was the Simpson seatbelts and not because
He wasn't
Dale-
wearing a Hans device.
or he was in a seat that was in no way safe, or the fact that he would just loosen his seat belts all throughout the race
Yeah.
just
Right.
because he was uncomfortable. So
And wasn't it a halfback, too? I mean, he didn't
was
really
like-
have a seat back there.
It was
I mean,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, so he managed to sue him, and it was settled out of court. But every time somebody would ask him, he'd get a big grin on his face.
So,
Settled out of court.
yes.
Damn right.
Exactly.
Basically, that's Bill Simpson for yes, I know guac is extra. Spread
Yes.
that shit.
Yep.
In fact, just give me the whole bowl.
I
There it is.
just give me all of it. The whole ass.
Yeah. Well, may
All
he rest,
ass.
may he rest safely in
Yep.
peace. That's
Right.
That sucks. People aren't
He-
living as long as they used
See,
to.
He was 70
he
he
ripped
was
the chute,
79.
came flying in, man.
It's not very long. I mean,
No. I mean,
Not for racing though.
listen, I mean, he survived the 50s and 60s, so
yeah, that's
Yeah.
saying
Good
something.
point.
And he brought a lot of people with him.
Yeah.
with his stuff.
He did.
So
Yeah.
true.
Did.
Yep.
keep that in mind.
That's true.
Bill Simpson gunned down in his prime.
Yep.
And speaking of things that were gunned down in their prime, the Cannonball record was smashed.
How about that?
For
I want
now.
to talk about this.
For
Okay.
now.
Okay,
let me-
I have been following every piece of this story.
Can I
Oh,
tell the broad strokes
Yeah.
before you just cut me off?
Yeah. Let's
paint me or primer this for me.
God in heaven.
paint me. Paint me this for me.
Primer
me like
this.
one of your
Hey,
French girls.
Primer this as if what he's going to say.
Just lob him a softball, I think is what he's trying to
Arnie Tillman,
Yes.
Doug Tabbitt, and spotter Berkeley Chadwick broke the record with a time of 27 hours and 25 minutes in an E63 AMG
say. Awesome.
that had an AMS Alpha 9 kit on it.
Super awesome.
Any of the AMG exterior bits removed or were modified.
I have one point that I want to talk about, but I'll wait till you do your
All
point.
right. Yeah.
I love what they did. It looked like a Honda Accord from the back.
Yeah. No,
Because
that's
It's
they
amazing what
that
you
was
can do with
literally
silver
the point.
vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they wrapped the taillights, and it literally
Yeah.
looked like a 2008 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
They,
Genius.
they took an hour and a half out of Ed Bullion and Dave Black's record.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
impressive.
Yeah.
That is moving.
From New York to San Diego, averaging about 104,
It was over 100, something like that. Yeah.
102.
102 miles per
Yeah,
hour
it was
across
102,
the
103.
country.
Yeah.
With a top speed of 196.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's
and,
awesome.
And
Heroes.
somewhere in Colorado, they freaked out because the car started sputtering and
Yep.
freaking out.
Because they're at 15,000 feet.
and also
You do
on
the
90
key dance, and then suddenly the Germans are like, "Oh yes, I forgot about the
Well, yeah,
that was
you-
good."
Well, it was also.
Sabatons.
Well, it
we
was,
need the Luft, yeah?
well, it was also. I mean, they started in New York, and
Right.
back east they have 93. As soon as you start getting out of our neck of the woods, you start
91.
dumping 91.
Yeah.
A 700 horsepower AMG is going to be like, what are you doing?
You also have to realize this car has
Tuned
been
as
basically
well.
on and running for 24 hours with the foot to the metal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Floored.
Cars were never really designed to do this.
I feel like,
time
though,
out, the
boats
Mercedes
are.
is for sure, dude. They run that on the Autobahn like crazy
Well, granted,
glue.
but like
But not for
no,
the sustain for that long, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not 27 hours, but they'll go
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours straight, which is basically the same thing.
But no, this is awesome. I knew this was coming up. I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't think this was going to happen until spring of next year. I thought they were going to run this right before summertime. I didn't realize they ran it now, which is awesome.
They didn't run it now. They ran it a while ago.
Well,
they ran it
they ran it like
Yeah.
at the
At the
beginning
end of the season.
summer, right?
They had the reason we were hearing about it now, and the reason like Ed, whenever it was, said
Ed
the
did
record,
make an announcement months ago.
Yeah, he's like the record.
They just didn't say who did it
or
how
because
they did it.
have to wait for the statute of limitations. to
Exactly.
expire.
Can't be
no.
prosecuted
So you're telling me this happened 7 years ago? Because that's what statute of limitation is.
for speeding.
For
So
are they like what crimes are you talking about?
Yeah.
I thought the statute of limitation
that's
for
murder.
all
He-
things was
he's-
7 years.
He's speaking
No,
from experience.
it's not
Oh, wow.
7. It's different for different crimes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
murder does not have a statute of limitations.
It's something like 90 days.
Speeding and
Yeah, I
accidents.
think that
yeah,
sounds
like
right.
yeah,
Accidents
like,
and speeding are different.
Well, the
Right.
more you know.
Yeah, the more serious
Yeah.
the crime,
Accidents
the
is like
longer
5
it
to
takes.
7, I think.
Well, beside that, I knew that there an attempt was going to be made by these guys. At
I've never heard of these
year.
guys
Okay.
before.
They've been on VidWiki
yeah,
a
they're-
bunch.
yeah,
there's so many-
Doug-
yeah, so
okay,
it makes
that's
sense why
why.
it's
And
those
Arnie,
guys.
Arnie Toman was one of the co-founders of AMS Performance.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so
And he's done
Hence the Alpha
Gold
9.
Rush a bunch.
he's done Gold Rush. He's done One Lap of America.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But no,
Gumball, did you do Gumball?
as somebody
think so.
who wants to, I don't think I'll ever be able to beat a record. I don't have the capital or the funds, but I want to do that drive at some point in my life. This was fascinating to watch and fascinating to see some of the technologies they use, some of the technologies they implemented, like
And some of the technology that they had and didn't use.
Yeah.
Or didn't need to use.
Right.
Like the infrared camera was like useless for
Yeah,
them.
there are some things that I think they could have implemented better, that they could do differently.
They had air to ground. They had ground to air radar.
Yeah.
that was useless as well.
Oh, wow,
because
really?
They were looking for airplanes because in Nevada they patrol by aircraft.
Yeah.
and they didn't need to use it.
But one of the things that they mentioned that they did one of their fuel stops. So they did 4 fuel stops, which I think is worked for them. Most people do 3 fuel stops.
But it's not just the fact that they did that few fuel stops. It's how quickly they did it.
Yeah.
They also went the northern route, which is weird. Than most people run the southern route because it's a little bit quicker, and you don't have to go through the Colorados. But
Yeah.
weathering, we have different weather in different zones. It depends.
There's
on
more
where
than
you
one Colorado?
I wonder how long it's.
There's
He,
New Colorado.
he meant to say the Rockies.
Yeah.
Yes.
West Colorado.
Here's a real question. I
Yeah,
wonder.
there's Western Colorado and Nebraska.
correct. Correct. That's
But
correct.
one thing
Well done.
they did for one of the
Well
fuel stops, which I think should be implemented for every fuel stop. I'm just going to mute
Slow
everybody's
clapping.
mic.
Please do.
Is
Canadians.
they
We
didn't
will not
have
be
somebody
silenced.
at every fuel stop,
Yeah.
which I think should be implemented for every cannibal run, because if you go to a fuel stop, you don't want to sit there and wait for gas to be pumped. You want to go use the bathroom. And so if you're going to get somebody at the fuel stop with a pump opened, prepaid already, with 2 nozzles ready to be gas flowing, I think that should have been, which they only did at one stop, though.
I was gonna say how long did it take for it not to smell like urine inside of this AMG? Because they didn't stop for bathroom breaks when they needed to go.
No, what they do is they stop at the fuel stops.
So someone is gassing their car up while they're taking a
Yeah,
leak.
but,
Yeah,
but that-
okay,
that,
I
that
gotcha.
only happened once. I think they should do that for every single stop. Also,
That seems too much like sanctioned racing to
But
me.
they also
though.
had spotters like catch up with them in every
Right.
Yeah,
state
they had-
and
Yeah.
run ahead.
Well, that's the thing is they were using their modern technology,
Yeah.
the internet and communications, and
social
whatnot.
net media.
They, yeah, exactly. They were talking to people states ahead of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Saying, we anticipate being here at this time. What are the road conditions like? What are the police like?
Dude,
Well,
I would,
what
I
they
would
did was-
totally do.
what-
That's like you are the bandit at that
Absolutely.
point. You're freaking smoke. You're the bandit
Absolutely.
right then. I'd be
So
so
they
You
do
are
is they
using
have,
all of the tools at your disposal.
I would
to make it
gladly.
work.
Yeah,
I
so
would
now
get
what they
it.
do
I
is
would
they
get a
have
ticket for
somebody-
any of you to do that.
Aw. So what they do is they have somebody run 10, 15 miles ahead of them just to call in, hey, there's this, there's that. avoid this massive pothole here.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a bandit. Have a decoy.
Yeah.
And there
Smart.
are for some of the states too. They had people in their group, so they weren't the first car in the lineup. They had cars ahead of them.
Right.
And as in the VinWeek article, which I think was absolutely fucking crazy, was they had a guy on a touring BMW motorcycle catch him at the
California border.
at the California border, and flashed every car out of their way on the left-hand side.
It was the dude on the motorcycle is the guy who owns the motorcycle Cannonball record.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Is it the
Hell
same
yeah.
guy that also owns the
Did he have-
Morgan three-wheeler record, the weird bald dude?
I have
Oh, so
no
he was
idea.
just
Alex
clearing.
now.
He was
Okay.
clearing the lane for him, just
Yeah.
flashing
Yeah, he
his
was-
brights. Oh, that's awesome.
Because
Well,
in
he had a
California,
Tesla record.
if you give people brights, they actually move.
yeah,
It's not like you
no,
really?
I've never experienced that in California.
Well,
Not a
people,
single goddamn
People also
time.
say that Californians don't move for you, but every time I've been in California, granted it was while towing a trailer, I put a signal on,
Trailer is
and
a
they
little
will
bit of a
cut
different
other
story.
people off to get out of your way.
Yeah, they do that.
Fuck yeah.
But if you're in the fast lane and they're in the fast lane, you need to get in the slow lane because they will never get out of the
Yeah.
fast
See,
lane.
I've never run into
But
that.
if you turn your blinker on, there's space. They're always just like, yeah, there's room. Come on in. But here in Utah, everybody's like, I'm going to speed up because
Well, people are oblivious here too, though.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
so
The other one
tough.
that they told, which I think Dave will appreciate, is they told another story about them running when they ran the 2904, which is like the Lemons version
Yeah.
of it. They ran it in a cop car. It's the same guys that just ran this now. Actually, they would have beaten Ed Bullion's record, but they got a different. Whatever. That's beside the point. They ran it in a $500 P71 Panther body, whatever.
Okay.
And they were, as they were going through the Rockies, because they went north as well too.
Right.
It kept dropping into second and third, going up that. They were trying to maintain 90 going up that, and they
Right.
were like, "Well, if it blows, she blows," and so they just kept letting it drop down gears in them.
Just let it down, Schiff.
And
Let her
then-
eat, boys.
Yep, just running that right off the rev limiter
Away we
for
go.
what I think it was
Just-
like 30, 40 miles up.
Just tickle the limiter.
I have a goal
Tackle it.
for us. I think we can accomplish the record for a first-gen Nissan Leaf to go across country because nobody else would be stupid enough to do that. It
I
would
don't-
take like 4 weeks.
No, I don't have 3 months, Trent, so I'm out on that one,
The
buddy.
only other thing
I'm
I
out.
wanted to mention
How
was
many Harbor Freight generators do you think we're going to need for this?
We have
Because
a,
I am in and I have a coupon.
let's just buy
a coupon.
Let's buy a fifth wheel and stick it.
Well, we could do is hot swap them.
No.
So the only other thing that,
That would be
I really
amazing.
want to know about this is the cost. What does it cost to buy 93 or 91 all the way across the United States? What does it cost to prep that vehicle?
Yeah, I want to know what.
A
their
shit
actu-
ton because that fucking fuel cell was
Right.
huge.
I think it
fuel
was
cell
and
was
those things,
huge.
and those things ain't cheap.
Yeah, they ran a, I think it was a 35 or 45 gallon flow into, so it flowed into the
They're
existing
just,
tank.
They're just
There
taking
were- there-
steps back.
Yeah, where most cars they run a transfer
Check
pump.
this out.
Right.
Yeah, this was
Right.
just a flow.
I thought they had
Orange
like
mocha frappuccino. Jitterbug. Jitterbug.
Jitterbug into my heart.
So I love to know that. So I plan this out. I'll do a little tangent here because our topic last week was going to be what we would do for our cannonball run,
Yes.
and I didn't even need to think of one. I already had all planned out. This has been in the back of my mind for years.
Okay.
S7 with with 2 drivers, 2 spotters, and
Okay.
the second spotter is is the comm guy who's calling everybody ahead, getting all that stuff lined up. Running with a roof rack because every S7 has a roof rack, and then we can implement technology into that roof rack. Because do you know what a 200 zoom lens looks like? Fucking awesome. Because you can then now utilize that on a gimbal for forward and rear facing spotting, and you can hide it inside your little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I follow.
what car?
I'm sorry, what is this in?
Yeah, what car are we doing?
S7?
I said S7. I meant S6 because S7 you couldn't put a fuel tank back there because the lift back you do.
For a second, I thought you
Audi-
were talking about a Celine.
An Audi.
It's like,
yeah.
that's not working.
It's like that's gonna get 8 miles per gallon. in
No,
that.
so
You can drive on the top
Audi
of the
S6.
ceiling.
Eisenhower Tunnel upside down.
yes.
But if you hit rain in Pennsylvania, you're going to be done by Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it looks pretty innocuous. Like you can't hide as much as you do with a E63, but
Well, it's an A4 plus size.
Yeah.
Now,
Run it in
That's what
gray
every
or
Audi
white.
is. It's like,
But you
what
get-
size would your A4? Would you
You get an S6 with a roof rack, and they'll be like, "Dang stance, guys! I'm gonna pull him over."
Yeah, that's
now,
true.
now I'm just imagining you trying to camouflage like a saline S7.
There's like a shitty,
Cardboard everywhere.
Bright fucking yellow banana. Bright goddamn yellow.
The best you can hope for is it looks like a Ferrari 458 instead of the Saline S7.
So
anyway.
that's my plan. And Mike, you're one of my co-drivers.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because we didn't kill each other to the Vegas trip.
That's true, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, that's really rude to say in front of all of us, Zach. But that's two tonight.
I remember.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah, dick.
I remember riding
fucked.
shotgun
I
with
can
him.
ride with you for 30 minutes.
I'm assuming
Oh,
you
I
need
can't
this.
stand you either.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
need that back?
It's
There you go.
mutual.
I just remember riding shotgun with Mike on that last-minute trip in Rhonda up to Idaho for lotto tickets when the clutch master died. And the
then-
more aggravated he got, the more boost ended up getting fed into that engine.
Nice.
Well, and then on the way back, the
tape.
sports album getting stuck.
Oh yeah.
Every concrete barrier or pylon we passed grew mighty inviting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the warm embrace of release.
I mean, just that coupled with the ex-girlfriend saying, "Well, why don't you come show me
Oh.
your new car?" Oh man, the sweet embrace of death. That was a fiery, fiery end.
And you know, at that time, we had both
Speaking of, is there
made
more
peace
beer?
with it.
yeah, it's over there.
We both made peace with the idea that we were going to be sailing into concrete at about 120 miles an hour with the heart of rock and roll is still beating.
And away we go.
The other thing too is like
away we
the how do you find comfort in sitting in a car where someone's doing 196?
I don't know.
That I don't get.
I mean, that's
It's in
trust.
it's in an
at that
AMG,
point.
dude.
It's trust.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
you
you're
wouldn't
doing-
even notice
yeah.
it.
Even 190 miles an hour in an AMG has got to feel some kind of way.
Okay, what's the
But-
quickest you've gone in your
It's
Subaru?
trust.
140 on Saturday.
What?
What? That's the dumbest thing.
That's
Wow,
about that's the top of the speedo.
That is about as dumb as you
I don't
could
have
get.
a speedo.
Uh,
I don't know where it is.
Zach has gone 140 miles an hour in his Subaru.
I don't believe that.
I do believe that, actually, I do.
I was tickling red
Dude,
line
that's
in
bold.
fifth gear.
That's
Okay,
bold.
so just imagine going 80 in your Subaru. That's what it feels like doing 196 in
In
a
a car
yeah.
purpose built to
130
go
to
that
140
fast.
in my Subaru feels like I might die.
Yes.
Also, the
I'm
cats
surprised-
smell hot.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't.
Yeah, and an AMG of that
Front's a little
vintage,
light.
like it is.
Surprised
You're
that thing
absolutely
didn't
right.
break up on re-entry.
It'll feel just like your car at 80. That's
Yeah,
what that's
'cause
what
they-
it would feel
so
like.
I don't actually know
shit.
what is 5961 in fifth gear in a Subaru. I think 135.
So fifth gear in your trans is a point. I think it's a 0.75 overdrive. You have a 3.9 final drive, and you got what 205 55 16s on it.
Why are we doing math?
So
15s,
you're
I don't
yeah.
know.
Okay,
we're just
you're-
getting bogged
This is
down.
way above me.
you're probably real close to 140.
Nice. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, please don't.
Do you wanna
Yeah,
go
how
next
old are your
time?
bushings? Let's
Jesus.
ask that question. How are your lower
You know what,
control
Zach?
arms?
Don't ask questions
Actually,
you
you
don't
know
want
what?
the answer
Have
to.
your-
Do it again.
How's your CV?
Let's see what happens.
Here's
Do
what's
it again.
coming
And
off of
again,
the,
and again, and again.
Here's the thing.
Pussy.
Here's the
Fucking
thing,
do it.
though.
Bet you won't.
Pussy.
Bet you won't.
Right now, though, Zach to me is that meme of Goofy. I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Fucking do it again.
You know,
That was-
I was trying to
that was-
chase down a fucking 911.
You know
Dave,
I'm just gonna send
Dave,
it.
That was also me when we had that Camaro that day.
Oh God, I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
Wow.
Let's sixth.
Did I hit 6 coming up the hill?
Yeah, you cut sixth.
I cut. Yeah, okay.
You cut six coming
Yeah.
back up.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
By the dam.
That's cooking with Wesson
Yeah.
oil
Yeah.
right there.
Anywho.
Hey, Mike, didn't we pose this question to the viewers?
Yes, we posed this
Oh, here we
last
go.
week before before me and Dave started dying. But don't worry, we're okay now.
Yay.
Mostly.
So I'm not going to bother trying to find every place that I posted it. So it's just on the Cam Facebook page, and we're looking at the Shenanigans. So the question
Yes.
to the general public was, what is the car you do it in? Trent
Yes.
stole
Trent-
Dave's idea.
You and I
Well,
are on the
it
same
is-
page here.
It is
It's-
a fantastic idea.
that's a
It
great
absolutely
idea.
is. Now, I was
The idea is
I was gonna get to that.
Okay,
Oh,
go
the
ahead.
tail light.
I thought you. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to people just like completely just launching into without bothering to explain what the fuck it is they're talking about.
So it is a Charger Hellcat made to look like a police cruiser.
Genius.
Which would not be difficult at all.
No,
No, Lord, no.
Dude, the taillights, no one's going to run up on you with those taillights.
Okay, here's the thing. I had this discussion with a couple of friends of mine back east.
Yeah.
One of which is a state trooper in the state of Ohio.
Okay.
And even he has said, he's like, oh, yeah, there have been a couple of times where I've been on duty on the freeway and have been passed by something very government-looking and haven't even questioned it.
You're just like, whatever.
They double my speed, and it's, okay, well, they're
Sweet.
doing something. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you've got to add just the right amount of camouflage, right?
Just enough.
Yeah.
A white Charger on Steelies. White Charger on Steelies.
Yeah.
Let's throw the stock bumper covers on it, not anything Hellcat,
Maybe a
so
little
like
push bar in the front.
Exactly, right. You do that, and you have even if you have
Get
a
a
rack
couple
with a light bar on
antennas on the
top,
back.
Two
Yeah.
antennas.
Which
Exactly.
you'll need
Yeah.
two or three
for
antennas.
tracking.
Now, here's the thing. Even my state trooper buddy is like, oh, yeah, on more than one occasion have I seen a government vehicle with infrared or heat cameras mounted to it doubling the speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
And you just don't question it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
not
the thing. That's the
not
thing.
only that, from the police perspective, but the citizen perspective. Like,
Absolutely.
they're
They're-
not going to call in and be like,
Right.
"Oh man,
Yeah.
there's this
That was
car
my-
just
This cop
barreling
is
down
driving
the
like a
freeway."
douchebag.
That was my that was my discussion because everybody was like, "Oh yeah, AMG is like the German cars. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it." It's not as inconspicuous as something that in some form was used for police duty.
Yeah.
Right. A friend of mine suggested the Chevy SS because they did actually use them as
yeah.
police
Yeah.
interceptors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
another vehicle that could be used in this application.
Yeah.
We know that Hellcats will do 200 miles an hour. For how long? That's based solely on the amount of fuel you have.
And heat management.
And
Right.
heat management,
Yep.
right? Of
Don't,
course.
Don't do that in the dirty South, is what that is.
Anywho, yeah, exactly. But so that's the thing is, you got to think like the average idiot public. You can't think like a car enthusiast, right?
You can't. No.
So you ask the average dumb public, and they're like, oh, fancy silver sports car with a bunch of antennas on it. They're probably doing something illegal, right? You say, oh, blacked out windows, white cop car looking thing with a bunch of antennas on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to move over a lane
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
hit
gonna
the
give it
cruise
space.
at 55 because
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking ticket.
Yeah. But that's also
Hashtag Blue Lives Matter.
but that's also part of the genius of what these guys did because they truly made their AMG look like an Accord.
Yes,
only,
but you're
the only way you knew it wasn't an AMG was looking at the front.
Right,
Like
exactly.
the LED, they couldn't hide that. But,
But
like,
still, if I'm Joe Public and I see a Honda Accord flying past me at
That's silver.
150,
Yeah, you know, oh,
I'm going to call the cops and
Some
be
shit's
like,
going on.
What's
Yeah.
going
Shit's
on?
going on.
But
You are
if it's
not
a
going-
Charger, I
You're
see
not
a
gonna call
Charger,
the-
it's like, nope.
You're not going to call the cops on the cops.
yeah, no. You're
Right?
just like, well, he's going somewhere hot.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And even so, the cops are not going to call the cops
No.
on the cops.
Yeah, they'll be like,
No.
oh, that's the
So
feds.
here's the thing. If you're driving through a rural area, right,
yeah,
city isn't going to call state
no.
on
No.
something like that. State is not going to call the feds on that.
Yeah.
No.
So if you look like a fed,
Here's what
nobody's going to question you.
Here's what you put on the side. You put Hillary's Suicide Squad on the side.
Damn.
Ain't nobody gonna touch you with that shit.
Shit.
Hashtag Epstein
Until
didn't
they
kill
start
himself.
throwing rocks at you at a gas station in Mississippi.
Well, that's why you don't stop there. Just keep going.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
keep
Right,
going.
right, right.
Just keep
But no,
going.
that's the thing though. Is like there's plenty of trunk space to.
I thought you were going to say Trump space. Fuck.
There's plenty of trunk space
We need
for
to, we need to
fuel.
move on.
You know, it's just one of those things. It's easily modified.
So
to
I
do a
win
job.
the argument, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
I win.
we
Thank
won the
you.
argument.
You
There you
win.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Trent.
going the complete
Don't
opposite.
leave him hanging.
Don't
Don't leave him
he's
hanging.
high-fiving you over here. Oh,
oh.
there it is. Oh.
Oh.
And it was
God.
a miss.
Third time's
Damn.
the charm.
There it is. Awkwardness.
Gross. Are you?
Wow.
I was going to go the complete opposite direction, but are we done with that?
Oh, I just wanted to see if we caught the awkward high five.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm sure
there's a
we
little-
probably will.
Don't
catch
worry,
that
we'll
high
watch
five.
it again.
We're on a tape
A
delay.
little bit of delay there. Yeah, I'm
Just a
seeing.
touch. Just a touch.
That's all
Anyway,
right. That's all right. It's like a 15 to 20 second delay.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Keaton Smith, because he's a long boy, he's saying something comfy that will fit his 6'4" frame.
He is a big boy.
Yep. So probably an M5 competition.
Good choice, Keaton.
Oh.
Euros unite.
The bigger BMWs I could see as an option.
Yeah.
The bigger
Yeah.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
obviously a bigger Mercedes did
See,
it.
I was gonna
shot.
go. I was gonna channel Harry's Garage. Have you guys ever watched that YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It
I've
makes
seen
me
it, yeah.
nauseous because his camera works a little crazy.
Oh
but
yeah, it's, until he gets in the car when it's
Yeah,
actually
when he's in
mounted.
the car, it's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Teacher?
Wait your turn.
I was gonna take the 1987 Ferrari Testarossa and do it a la Gumball style, like a true man, and take that shit. And hopefully it doesn't break by the time I leave New York, but it will.
Well, then-
You're
then-
not making it out of the city.
Then you need to give me Jackie Chan, Andre the Giant, and an 83 stereo.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Well, it was Jaws from 007.
Oh, is that
Yeah, it was Jaws. It wasn't Andre the Giant. but
Okay,
Jaws.
God damn it. What is it?
Speaking of Andre the
Fucking
Giant.
Christ.
What is it, Zach?
Sorry,
Go
Zach.
home.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a good transition, though.
It wasn't. As AJ, Black Marauder on Steelies.
Oh, dude, a Mercury Marauder.
Yeah, that'll do it.
One of those popped up on the 500 horsepower Facebook page. Are you guys on that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Supercharged.
I don't know if that's going to go fast
Holy shit.
enough.
Oh, I
You
saw,
supercharge it.
I saw
Still.
you, dude.
Yeah.
What would it do? Top speed if
Isn't
you
that a 4-speed automatic?
It's a 4R75 auto.
yeah, so that's
So the same
130,
thing that in a truck. So
Is the
I
rear
mean,
diff
you
long
could.
enough?
130, 140.
They're a little bit shorter geared than a police car, or than like a Grand Marquis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're still probably not going to get anything more than 150 out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
think
even more.
see,
Trent
you need
wins.
the speed.
Trent wins.
There we
Trent
go.
wins.
Thank you.
But for the sake of
I'm
argument,
going to
let's
put
read
that like in my Instagram bio. Trent wins.
Trent wins.
one. Perfect.
Brandon.
So what do we got here?
So in the Shenanigans group, we expanded it
Hyphen
to
Brandon.
who your co-drivers and spotters would be.
Oh,
in addition
damn.
to the car. So Sam Babler, he would take a CTSV wagon, stock, except for large fuel cell in the back to feed the tank.
Tasty.
All the fun radar things, and he would take his best friend Mike as a co-driver and his girlfriend as the spotter.
Very nice.
Yep. Oh,
Matt
God.
Barker says a VRT Corrado because I'm that stupid. I might make it a state or two.
You won't make it a state.
You won't.
You're not going to.
VRT Corrado. That's about as good as a Testarossa, but that's awesome. Good choice.
Man, you two are just going to have a lot of fun broken down somewhere.
I love you, Matt. That's awesome.
I mean, it's a brilliant
Freaking
choice.
It's all about the memories.
Freaking love Corrados, though.
Anyway, Brandon Kuhn, early 2000s Corolla S.
Yes.
My wife's lead foot is the co-driver, and Chirp is spotting the fuzz.
Yes, Chirp. Chirpalicious.
Yep.
Yes.
He knows every headlight in the night. He knows
Yes.
every headlight shape at night.
Smokey's
You
taking
do?
pictures.
Spotter. Co-driver. Let's
There
go.
we go.
Wow.
Because we need
I see for the first time tonight.
what?
You not involve me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I need someone who can
You're
drive.
you're my
Whoa!
Bird.
Zach, you're my co-navigator.
Oh. No, we're done. Fuck you. Fuck you, Brandon. Fuck you, Brandon.
Wow. Okay.
And as I said
Oh,
in
I'm
that,
back.
Chirp is definitely going to be involved in whatever record attempt I do because
Oh, yeah.
that guy has skirted the law so many times.
Oh.
He's a good luck charm.
Yeah, yeah.
Has to.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to jump into